The US-Canada border, once a symbol of friendship and cooperation, has undergone a dramatic transformation in recent years. What was once a peaceful and largely unguarded boundary is now a hotspot for human smuggling and illegal crossings. A new and concerning trend has emerged, with individuals and families moving from the US into Canada, presenting new challenges for law enforcement on both sides of the border. In a recent case near Vermont, authorities intercepted a U-Haul truck carrying 44 people. A stark example of the organized smuggling operations that have taken root. Smugglers are becoming increasingly sophisticated, using common vehicles like cars and vans to blend in with regular traffic, making detection efforts more complicated for border security. These smuggling networks are highly adaptive, constantly changing their routes and methods to stay one step ahead of law enforcement. Immigration attorney Peter Lumaj notes that these groups operate much like businesses, exploiting weaknesses in border security to maximize their profits. Many migrants facing deportation from the US see Canada as their last hope for safety and stability, willing to risk everything for a chance at a better life. This shift in migration patterns is turning traditional border narratives upside down, with more people now fleeing the US in search of stability and security in Canada. Sanctuary policies in U.S. cities play a significant role in shaping the landscape of smuggling operations. These policies, adopted by many urban areas, are designed to protect undocumented immigrants from federal immigration enforcement, often by limiting the extent to which local authorities can cooperate with federal agencies. By restricting local federal cooperation, sanctuary policies can make it more difficult for federal immigration officials to track and apprehend individuals involved in smuggling. This creates what some describe as safe havens for smugglers, who may exploit these areas to operate with less fear of detection or interference from law enforcement. Smugglers are known to target sanctuary cities, aware that local police are often prohibited from inquiring about or reporting immigration status to federal authorities. Connecticut, with its robust sanctuary laws and policies, serves as a prominent example of how these measures can impact both local communities and broader law enforcement efforts. Critics argue that, while intended to protect vulnerable populations, sanctuary policies may inadvertently aid smuggling networks by providing them with safe recruitment grounds and operational cover. Supporters, however, maintain that these policies are essential for building trust between immigrant communities and local law enforcement, encouraging cooperation and reporting of crimes. The debate continues, as policymakers and communities weigh the challenge of protecting immigrants, while also addressing concerns about enabling illegal activities and smuggling operations. Smugglers now leverage technology using smartphones and social media. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram become tools for advertising smuggling services. Encrypted apps like WhatsApp allow secure communication, evading law enforcement. GPS tracking guides groups remotely, reducing smuggler risk. Social media recruitment paints a rosy picture, luring desperate individuals. This tech-savvy approach challenges authorities, turning smuggling into a digital cat-and-mouse game. Smuggling operations often target specific individuals, with a particular focus on young, fit men who are seen as more likely to survive the grueling journey ahead. These men are chosen not just for their physical strength but also for their perceived ability to handle the mental and emotional stress of crossing borders under dangerous circumstances. The journey itself is incredibly physically demanding, requiring days or even weeks of travel through harsh, unforgiving environments. Only those who can endure extreme cold, hunger, and exhaustion are considered by smugglers, who see resilience as a necessity for survival. Smugglers operate with ruthless efficiency, treating people not as individuals with hopes and fears but as cargo to be moved quickly and quietly. Their main concern is profit, not the well-being of those they transport. Many migrants are fleeing violence, persecution, or the constant threat of deportation. For them, turning to smugglers is not a choice, but a last resort, a desperate attempt to find safety and a better life for themselves and their families. Attorney Peter Lumaj has heard countless stories of abandonment and betrayal where people are left behind in dangerous conditions. These stories highlight the immense risks and heartbreak that come with trusting smugglers. The individuals being smuggled are not criminals. They are vulnerable people, often families and young men, driven by desperation and hope, seeking safety and dignity, but all too often falling prey to exploitation and danger along the way. Smuggling and trafficking differ significantly in consent and exploitation. Smuggling involves willing participants paying for illegal border crossing. Trafficking involves coercion and exploitation, often for forced labor or sex trade. Trafficking victims are deceived or threatened, losing freedom entirely. Attorney Peter Lumage recounts stories of trafficked individuals trapped in horrific conditions. Recognizing these differences is crucial for effectively combating both crimes.